Okay, so united we stand, divided we fall. Today's video will be on... I've done a lot of research, so all I can say is that, well, I'm just going to randomly go. Okay, we got a Robert P. Burge, B-U-R-G-E. Please remember, these are all in March 2015. He is 36 years old, white man, California, a former corrections officer. I couldn't find much on this story, quite frankly. It seemed that there was like a cop in Chicago that was a crooked cop called John Burge that seemed to overshadow any time I typed in this kid's name. That's all that was coming up was that. So anyway, so the next one, okay. Sit back. Stop. Just stop. Just stop. You don't need to eat paper. You don't need to eat everything. Okay? Okay. Next one. Shane Watkins. This one really deserves a lot more of investigation, so I will get back to it. I will tell you he's a 39-year-old Alabama and he was schizophrenic, stopped taking his meds a few weeks before. He became delusional. There's so much more to this because of the fact that, I didn't get to do all the research I want to do. So I'm going to come back to this because, as it appears, there's a lot of mental health things going on that, in Alabama, there was, it seems that the accepted amount of public beds in a mental health facility is 60 per 100,000 patients. But for some reason, during this time, he couldn't get a bed in a mental health facility. And they were only providing 23 per 100,000 patients. So that didn't even make sense to me. I really need to go back to that one. Our next one is Kayleen Stone, 49, Arizona, white woman. It seems that she had a felony drug warrant, extensive criminal history. Seems almost though that, once she was on their radar, that she never was able to even get off the radar, because, she did have extensive criminal history, but for things like, theft, drug felony, I believe one was an identity theft, but like I said, we don't even know if, what they charged her with was something that she really did, but for some reason, here they are following her in a car that she's a passenger in. They stop at a convenience store. They walk up to the car to serve her a felony drug warrant, and she said, that she had a gun and wasn't compliant, so they shot her. Just very strange, that one. The next one we're going to do is Eugene Franklin Smith. This is also a former corrections officer. Actually, he was a correction officer during the time. My bad. 20-year-old white man in Texas. It appeared like suicide by cop. I guess there was a complaint of someone with a shotgun in a parking lot. It turned out to be him. A female officer was the first to appear at the scene. Before she even exited the cruiser, he was already firing, and so he was shot. This next one here This is a very odd one to me. Roberto Jose Leon, 22 years old, California, Hispanic. Now, just a strange story. I do want to do a lot more research into this one because of the fact that it almost sounded personal to me. Like, this officer is pulling him over. He's on a motorcycle. Guy wants to pull him over for speeding. And then for some reason,